and welcome to the next episode of the Sister Love Squadcast. We are finally returning,
back.
and we are bringing you a cover song comparison episode today. I think the song we're going to be talking about is Someday You'll Want Me to Want You, correct?
Mm-hmm. Usually it's just called Someday, but then, the parentheses title is You'll Want Me to Want You.
And I do want to say thank you, everybody, for your patience, and thank you for your prayers. Jaylee's voice has returned, and it returned just in time for our first show back home in Minnesota.
We gave her a deadline.
Had to have it back by the time we had our show.
Yeah, it's been good to be back home, and Texas went very well. Thank you to everybody who came to our shows there.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, let's dive right into this. All right, so Someday was published. I don't have the year.
1944.
Yes, that's right. 1944. I got all the notes except for that one. By Jimmy Hodges under the genre of hillbilly.
Now, that kind of surprises me.
Yeah. I mean, I know a lot of country artists did it, but I don't know. It's almost more of a crooner type song.
From the renditions I've heard.
Well, it says the song became a standard, though, recorded for pop and country.
I see.
They didn't stick into the hillbilly.
Yeah, which it'll be interesting. The first version was done by Elton Britt in 1946. So it'll be interesting to see how he did it, because that version did hit number 2 on the charts. So it was a hit.
Yeah, it depends on probably how much twang they have in it for the hillbilly sound.
I guess we'll find out.
Well, let's see. Elton Britt, 1946.
I know that someday you'll want me to want you. When I'm in love with somebody else.
I really liked that version.
Yeah, I wouldn't call that hillbilly.
I wouldn't either.
It reminded me more of the era where there was Gene Autry and Roy Rogers.
Yeah.
And, Festus. What
is his name?
Ken Curtis.
Ken Curtis. What was he part of?
Sons of the Pioneers.
Sons of Pioneers, that sort of thing.
Yeah, it kind of gave me like it kind of sounded like the 20s to me. Like kind of that kind of sound.
Yeah. Yes. That's
But one thing I noticed is once it hits the 40s, and I wonder if this has to do with the band strike or singer strike that we have talked about
The musician
before,
strike.
that the voices don't sound as similar. And it could also be the recording equipment.
I think that's what it is. They were developing other ways of recording vocals.
Yeah.
His voice came on, and I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're right, he had kind of that rolling along kind of what we're hearing with that Sons of the Pioneers. They sing kind of high, but yet have this lower tone as well. And yeah, it could totally have been in one of those westerns.
the music sounded a lot like the Roy Roger, Gene Autry type of music.
Yes.
Definitely.
The rolling
Which
guitar
would
was
be very popular then.
Yeah. He could definitely have passed, though, as a crooner as well.
Oh,
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The Sons of the Pioneers are like the Western barbershop quartet.
In a way, I guess. Yeah.
All right, so the next version that we're going to listen to actually also was somewhat of a hit. It charted at number 8, so it was in the top 10, and it was recorded in 1949 by the Mills Brothers.
I know that someday you'll want me to want you. When I'm in love with somebody else.
I really like the Mills Brothers renditions of songs anyway. And I think they did a very nice job. It was very, I don't know, it sounds more to me like the precursor to doo-wop.
Yeah, I noticed that too. It really is getting into that 1950s kind of doo-wop sound.
They still have the rolling guitar, which is nice, but even from the second version here, it surprises me how widely this song's known as a country song.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah.
I don't know. When I'm listening to the Mills Brothers, I see, the girls dressed in bobby socks and the narrower skirts and that the 40s type look.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, I guess what made it come to mind was, that movie we watched with Candace.
Candace Cameron Bure.
That
Journey back to
Christmas.
yeah, that era. That's what came to mind.
Mm-hmm.
But here's an interesting tidbit. In April of 51,
Mm-hmm.
a man named Hugh O. Starr, an inventor in Steubenville,
Stupidville.
Pittsburgh.
Ohio, filed an action, a United States district court, that said that he wrote the words,
Oh.
and that against Jimmy Hodges and the publisher. And Starr alleged that he wrote the words and the music to Someday in 44, after the defendants appropriated, copyrighted, published, and sold his work.
Mm.
And he was awarded $15,000 in the settlement, which today
Wow.
would be $186,000.
Wow.
So apparently they did appropriate it.
Mm-hmm.
That
So
must have been the case, yeah.
It's not Jimmy Hodges. It's Hugh O. Starr
From Steubenville.
from Steubenville.
Well, there you go.
Now, I don't
I
know if that's
wonder
true or
how-
not.
And if it is, well, they paid him, so either they didn't want the hassle or it is true.
Right.
But I wonder if it is true how they got a hold of it and did that. Like, I
Well,
wonder
it
if they were
just says that
songwriting
he
together.
wrote the lyrics, right?
no,
and the music.
And the music.
Oh, and the music.
He probably went to the publisher and somehow they, either copied it
Mhm.
or,
Or acted like you can leave it here, but we don't really like it.
yeah,
That kind of thing.
Yeah. This does happen with artists and especially local bands and stuff that don't know how to properly copyright their music. And I don't know what laws were in place at that time. But they'll pitch their music even to a studio or anything like that. And the studio or publisher will, quote unquote, lose the song and then keep it for another artist. And another artist records it and releases it. And the person can't fight it because if they haven't filed with the Library of Congress, you don't have any grounds to sue, even if you can prove that you wrote it before.
Yeah, it's best not to let any of that out until you've taken the steps to secure it.
Yes. All right. So the next version we're going to listen to was another hit. This one actually hit number 1, and it was released in 1949 again, but I believe it was after the Mills Brothers by Vaughn Monroe.
I like his voice.
I know that someday you'll want me to want you when I'm in love with somebody else.
Well, out of the 3 now that we've heard, I wouldn't pick that one for number 1.
I thought the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, I just thought it was kind of, it was pretty enough and fun enough, but
I can tell you why it charted at number 1, at least my theory.
Mhm.
And this is something that Linda tells me constantly.
I do.
Yes, you do, because I always question, how was this number 1?
Mhm.
People love something they can sing to.
true.
Mhm.
A lot of people don't listen to music for listening's sake. They
Mhm.
listen to it to sing along. And
Right,
because
yeah.
it's fun
right.
and put you in a good
And
mood.
It was also in the same year. So this was done 49, same as the Mills Brothers. So they still have it in their mind rather than a couple
Right.
years.
It was. I get what you're saying. It was
Mm.
introduced, but this version's more singable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. Plus,
'Cause-
Vaughn Monroe was very big.
Yes.
He was a big deal.
Yeah, it kind of had the sound of just a bunch of people singing.
Right. It
Mhm.
sounded like a choir
Mhm.
behind him. I did find it fun how they had that little interlude
Mm-hmm.
transitioning into the end of it where they changed the words around. You see that a lot in 1940 songs, and I think it's a fun spin
Mm-hmm.
because it adds a different personality to it.
All right, so now we'll jump ahead to the 1950s. 1954, the Drifters did it featuring Clyde McPhatter, who's the one that sings 100 Pounds of Clay, right?
No, that's Gene McDaniel.
That's G. McDaniels. Clyde
Clyde
McPhatter.
McPhatter did Venus and Blue Jeans.
Lover's Question. The Lover's Question.
Yeah, but there was another one too. That's
Yes,
kind
I
of like
think it's
kind of
Venus and Blue
clay.
Jeans because Jimmy Ruffin is What Becomes of the Brokenhearted, and Gene
Oh,
McDaniels
interesting.
is 100 Pounds of Clay, and Clyde McPhatter is Venus and Blue Jeans.
Mm-mm.
I think that's like Jimmy
Jimmy
Clanton.
Jimmy Clanton.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
See, I know I'm right on this. Look it up. I think he
Yep.
did.
Well, he
A
might have,
Lover's
but that's not the
Question.
one that I'm
Oh,
thinking
that's
of.
hard when the oldest is right.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
It happens quite often.
That's not the song I'm thinking of, though.
Okay. I'm getting on the most reliable source, Wikipedia. Oh, he was a November baby. He was cool. He is a member of the Drifters.
Right.
Mhm.
But
But,
what was
this
the
one was
solo hit?
specifically featuring Clyde McPhatter, so this must have been when he started
Yeah,
going
he
out
started.
on his own.
It says first as a solo artist and later as a member. He was with Billy Ward in the Dominoes.
What was his hit?
I'm looking. Lucille
Okay.
and Money Honey, Such a Night, Honey Love, White Christmas.
Such a night.
Yeah,
What You
such a
Gonna
night.
Do?
A Lover's Question, he did.
That's the one I was thinking of.
But that's not the one that I'm thinking of.
7 Days, that was a Tom Jones hit.
I don't know.
Treasure of Love.
Lover's Question is at least the one that's most famous to me. I don't know.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking he did The Glory of Love, too.
Mm.
Yeah.
Little Bitty Pretty One.
Oh, he did that one?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Is he
Okay.
original that?
I think I've heard his version. If not, I don't know what the main... Anyway, this is The Drifters with Clyde McPhatter leading.
I know that someday you'll want me to want you when I'm in love with somebody new.
Oh, my.
Yes, it is Oh My. I will agree with you there. I do think it would appeal more to the teenagers, especially the way he started it.
I get that they're going for the doo-wop. Okay, it was becoming popular for the doo-wop, but
Mhm.
he is a good singer. I like his other
Yeah.
songs. He was trying a little too hard on this one.
And it was not produced well.
No, the
Yeah.
background was
Nothing was blended properly.
That was a
Mm-mm.
big thing.
He was too loud. The background was too quiet, except for the higher harmony guy
yeah.
right.
that was going woo all around.
I do like the song though. You know how the music was to it. That kind of
The doo-wop sound.
yeah. It almost had a feel of a jazzy sound too.
It
The
c-
music.
it could have. It's kind of that standard doo-wop.
It was
riff.
definitely doo-wop, yeah.
I'm not saying the song couldn't have been done in a doo-wop way.
Mm-mm.
It's just that this didn't work.
I would have liked to. I would like to have heard them doing it later when they had more hits. I mean, what year is this?
54.
So I think that's early for them. I'm
the
not
Drifters?
a Drifters expert, but
I don't know either.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, he was trying too hard. I agree.
Yeah.
But there were some curls that were very cool.
I liked it. It was just too much. And,
And it might actually have been better if he did it in more of a crooner background because I felt like that's what he was trying to do, but the doo-wop instruments didn't go with it.
Mm-mm. I would not have. This is listening to A Lover's Question
Mhm.
and listening to this. I wouldn't have almost thought it was the same voice.
I can see it. I think that's because it was the way it was mixed. He was loud and sharp.
yeah. So Clyde McPhatter was only with the Drifters for a year,
Mm-hmm.
but I think he did the biggest hits with them because most historians and fans, the Drifters means Clyde McPhatter.
Yeah, it wasn't my favorite.
All right, up next we have two different versions from 1958, and the first one of those is Ricky Nelson.
I know that someday you'll want me to want you when I'm in love with somebody new.
Well, Ricky Nelson.
Like Swoon.
Swoon.
Yeah, he just it was soft and easy, and the music. I don't know why it kept coming to my mind. when he was singing, it sounded like something his mother would sing when she
Oh.
was, you know,
Mhm.
not really big band, but that's what she was doing. That's how she met Ozzy. But yeah, it just sounded like something she would have sang.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, and he actually, like, I love Ricky Nelson, but he added even a little bit more inflection into this one, I feel like.
Yeah.
I thought so. Sometimes some of the songs, especially since they were more the rock and roll era, sometimes he did more of a country sound, but
Mm-hmm.
it really sounded like he felt this song. Like he was sending it to you like a love letter.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's a sad love letter. But still, it's, yeah, I liked his curls and his tone.
A lot of aspects of it sounded like a Frankie Avalon song.
How old was he when he?
What year?
1958.
18.
I think he was 18, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it could have even had, he was involved with that one country singer.
She
Oh,
popped in
yeah.
my mind. That's
Yeah.
who got him singing.
Right.
Mhm.
It sounded a little bit like her.
Mm-hmm.
Like their relationship.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like, well, not there. I don't know if that's the case, but the way she was singing.
Oh, I see,
Like
I
she
see.
could have influenced him in that.
Yep.
Mhm. Yes.
Because he never really thought he was a singer, although he came from two of them,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
which, is
yes, he was
interesting.
18.
Yeah. Yeah. So it is just the very beginning of it.
Mm-hmm.
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 Yeah, that was a very good rendition. I think
And
that'd be one of
in
my
comparison to the Drifters version, it was produced very well.
Yes, the arrangement and everything.
Yeah.
So the other version that was in 1958 was also a hit, and it actually, I think, hit higher in the UK at number 14. Ricky's version was a number 9 hit in the UK and a number 3 hit in Norway.
Hmm.
But this next one that was more of a hit in the UK was by Jody Sands.
Right.
Okay, I really liked it. It had a feel of Connie Francis to it, too, the voice in that.
I can see what she's saying.
Yeah.
I can. Although, if anybody was feeling drowsy from the beginning of that song, I think we're awake now.
Oh my goodness.
I was not a fan of that song. I mean, that
I-
version.
I got used to actually her voice to me. I guess I can see Connie Francis, but you know who I heard was a little bit of Edie Gourmet.
Oh, yeah, I
Yeah.
can see that.
I could see that, except Edie is a lot softer.
Not always.
Yeah.
There's certain songs, I'm not.
I mostly heard her singing with Steve Lawrence. So.
Right. Yeah, there's certain songs that she really does belt it.
Well,
Yeah.
this gal, Jody Sands, her father was an opera singer,
Oh.
and she trained in hope of following the same career. So she wanted to be an opera singer.
What?
Well, she had
She
pipes.
had the lungs for it, but I don't know about the tone.
And I think she's Italian because her last name's DeCipio.
You think?
Yeah, I mean, well, and you don't know. It'd be interesting to see how she would sing opera. Like
Yeah,
maybe
true.
she's just putting the volume and trying to make it more country sounding.
Mm-hmm.
So it was definitely different to hear a different take on it. But yeah, I think the only part I had a little trouble with was the beginning. It really shocked me.
Mm-hmm.
It was loud.
Yeah,
The whole thing was loud.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I mean, she toured with Chuck Berry, Everly's,
Uh-huh.
Jerry Lee Lewis, Buddy Holly, Paulinka, and she was even in the movie Jamboree, which I feel like we've watched.
No, we haven't watched it, but I have watched the scene with Frankie Avalon.
Oh.
All right, actually, I lied. There's more than 2 versions in 1958. And we're going to listen to, I think, the last of the versions that I have down for 1958. This is Sam Cooke with the Bumps Blackwell Orchestra.
Bumps Blackwell?
Bumps Blackwell.
Know that someday you'll want me to want you when I'm in love with somebody new.
I loved that version.
Me too.
Yeah, that was a cool version.
We're backtracking a bit here to Ricky Nelson because there may be some information that is different than what we thought.
Yeah, a little discrepancy. I don't know. We have the Wikipedia thing, so
Okay.
you know how
Yep,
what that's like. But part of it is the same. It said at 16 he wanted to impress his girlfriend of 2 years, Diane Osborne. or Diana Osborne.
Okay.
And so he that's how he got into music and all that. Well, apparently when I was watching or whatever, they cut her out of the picture and brought in Diana Collins,
No.
which
Lori.
Collins. Yeah, sorry, Diana was the other one. And yeah, she was also his girlfriend, and that's how he really got into it. And that's the one I was talking about, how she might have influenced him in the
Lori
way he was
Collins.
singing.
Now, are you talking in context of the show or in real life?
In real life.
Mm-hmm.
The Collins kids are very popular.
Yeah.
Okay,
Especially
so
here.
so he was dating Diana,
Mm-hmm.
and he wanted to impress her,
Yep.
Yeah, see.
and he broke up with her and started dating Lori.
I have no idea. See, I don't know about that.
Okay.
I don't know if they got their information wrong here. Because at 16, so that might have been 2 years before he wanted to impress somebody.
Right. Right.
But I thought, and this is the only one that I saw, or heard about, was the Collins
Yeah.
gal.
Right.
He wanted to be part of, her thing too.
Mm-hmm.
So,
It'd be interesting to know when he started dating Lori, because he was 16 in 1956, and it said that he had a relationship with this gal for 2 years, which that would be 1958. So
well, she was on his show too.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it says in 1959, when Collins was 17, she married Stu Carnell, who was Johnny Cash's manager and twice her age. But she continued acting and singing with Nelson. So,
yeah, so this Someday came out in 1958.
mm-hmm.
So that I wonder if they only had like a year thing, him and Lori, because she got married in 1959.
I don't know if they ever had a thing.
Mm-mm.
You know, I think he just liked, according to what I watched, he liked her.
Mm-hmm.
But music does that, to you if you sing together.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So she apparently was on the show.
Yeah, on YouTube I actually found there was the episode clip. You can find where she's singing with Ricky Nelson.
Right.
Yeah, I think I've seen that clip.
And Ricky Nelson would have a lot of girlfriends, wouldn't he?
Oh yeah.
yeah.
So
Yep,
I don't know.
Would not have been hard
But
to get a date.
he said he was trying to impress the first one, and then he must have been, trying to impress the second one. I don't know, but I wanted to make that clear.
This is also, something culturally that dating wasn't dating one person.
Right.
Going steady was one person, and that was a step of commitment. You could date around, and it wasn't like you were cheating on somebody.
Well, and Collins and her brother is an extraordinary guitar player,
Mm-hmm.
and they are in the Rockabilly Hall of Fame.
Much deserved. You can find videos of him too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She said her and her brother performed together the last time in 1992 and 93.
See, so maybe this is all Hollywood.
It might be just publicity.
Yeah, because I thought I heard some rumor that that they might have been dating or not dating, and Ricky liked her, but she wouldn't commit to him because of her music.
Right.
That she chose the music and she married a person who would further her career.
Well, that would make sense, but that could just be gossip because the guy was twice her age.
Right. So I don't know if that's true. Yeah, that's interesting.
People like to speculate. I
Yep.
don't know.
Yep.
Can you imagine that?
Because
Oh,
didn't
goodness.
he write
No.
Poor Little Fool about that situation?
Uh-oh. We don't know that.
Here's a whole nother song.
I don't even know. I just heard that, but
I don't know.
Well, let us know what you've heard.
mhm.
Tell us the Ricky story that you know.
Mhm.
Maybe we'll be able to piece something together. All right, but Sam Cooke's version, were you guys listening or were you researching over there?
I think,
I was listening.
yeah, me too.
You didn't make a comment on it.
Oh, I liked it. It was peppy. I liked it. I like how it kind of took it out of the poor me into the wait till you see me now.
Uh-huh.
Yep,
That sort of
yep.
thing.
Yep.
Which is interesting. So Bumps Blackwell, who was the orchestra leader
Mhm.
that Sam Cooke was singing with, he was born in Seattle, Washington. He led a jazz group in the late 40s that included pianist Ray Charles
Oh.
and trumpeter Quincy Jones.
Oh.
I mean, he worked with Sam Cooke, Larry Williams, Lloyd Price. He produced Little Richard's Tutti Frutti and helped co-write some of Little Richard's other songs like Long Tall Sally, Good Golly Miss Molly, Ready Teddy, and others. I mean, that have been covered by Elvis, Beatles, and that. He helped a lot with Sam Cooke, like he produced You Send Me. And he even produced some songs for Bob Dylan. So, I mean, he really worked with anybody and everybody. He even worked with Sly and the Family Stone, Xena.
Really?
Yes, Sly and the Family Stone.
I have one more Ricky thing.
Yeah.
I just thought this was kind of funny. In 1958, he stated this: anyone who knocks rock and roll is either doesn't understand it, or is prejudiced against it, or just plain square.
Profound.
Or, as Mickey Dolenz would say, a trapezoid.
That's right. Yeah, no, it was a good version, and it was well arranged to the point where it did change the flavor of the song. Instead of feeling like the arrangement is trying to do something and the singer isn't going with it.
Yeah, I think it's been my favorite so far.
Yeah, and I think this will segue into our new middle section very nicely of our show, because I'm going to self-promote here a little bit. Sam Cooke was a genius at arranging things and writing songs. And, you know, just feeling the music and throwing out different, you know, licks and curls and everything. And I actually did an artist showcase on my personal page, which is J. Lee Joy on Facebook and A Doodlebug's Life on Instagram and TikTok. And I just showcased different songs throughout the week. I've been doing this for different artists, a different artist every week. This week, I'm actually showcasing Perry Como. So if you go follow my personal public pages, you'll get different facts about singers and songs and just hear some great music. We're putting in this section because we're all very bad about self-promotion. Like, we'll talk and talk and talk and then not tell you where to find us on social media. So who wants to go next on promoting themselves?
Everybody's staring at me. Okay, so my social media pages are Elsie Janine and Marlene McFly05 on Instagram. Yes, there's an inside joke behind that, but moving on.
The fact that you're actually Michael J. Fox's daughter.
Oh, okay, now we're spreading rumors about Elsie. Let's not say that, okay? And what do? I mean, I kind of just am me. Really.
That is true.
That's
Like,
entertaining enough.
You never know what you're going to get on my page. I kind of have, during the weekend, I really have scheduled things. Like, I have Fun Fashion Friday where I style different outfits that aren't too out there, something I would actually go out in, based on characters in pop culture. It could be movies, books, even like, you know, food
You've even
brands
done, like,
Little
candy
Debbie's,
bars and stuff.
you know, so that's fun. And then I have Solution Sunday, so you have 2 days to think about it.
And we do share the Fun Fashion Fridays on our Sister Love pages, but we do not share the solutions. So make sure you follow Elsie to get the solutions on Sunday to her Fun Fashion Fridays.
Yes, and make sure to cast your vote on my post.
Yes.
Yes.
Elsie's posts are always lighthearted and fun.
That is the truth.
Yep. All right. You're
Fine. So on Facebook, you can follow me at Xena Ariel. On Instagram, The Warrior Princess 99. And on Book Talk or TikTok, Pages of the Past. And that's one of my main focus right now is the books that I am reading. I'm going to be giving reviews and discussing those, as well as some of the movie renditions that I watch. I also post my writings, or at least samples of my poetry. So you're not going to get the full poem. I'm looking to hopefully release my poetry book this year. We'll see.
And she'll be promoting that on her social media platform. So we've shared some of Xena's poetry on our Sister Love page, and my unbiased opinion is it is great poetry, and I am quite the fan. So I think you should go on to her page, follow her. You'll get snippets of her writings, and then you'll get the official announcement when she's ready to start selling her book that she's going to be publishing.
Yep. Oh, and then of course I post a lot for my across the pond fans. I post a lot of Cliff songs often too, and cover some of them. So.
Yep. All right, Michelle.
Can somebody else promote me?
Everybody had to talk about themselves. You talk about yourself.
So on Facebook, you can follow me at Michelle Gabrielle. And on Instagram, my username is the girl with crimped hair. And hopefully I'll be getting a TikTok soon with the same username.
The girl with crimped hair.
Yes. So if you follow my page, I feel like, oh my goodness, I don't know what to say about myself.
I told you guys we're really bad at this.
I do a lot of past song facts. I focus a lot on the 80s decade, and
It's kind of her thing.
yep, of course, I post a lot about Michael Jackson because he's my favorite artist. I do some fashion of the 80s, and I'll always have a weekly cassette find on Saturday. So just there's a lot about music and even pop culture and fashion.
And she posts a lot about happy birthdays to her favorite people in the music
You do a lot of like tributes to artists as far
Yeah.
as like acknowledging them on their birthdays and
Yeah.
when different songs are released. So Shelly has a lot of music facts, fashion, and just being a modern 80s girl. How about that?
Yep, that's a good description.
So go give Shelly a follow.
Michelle.
Michelle. It's under Michelle, isn't it?
Yes.
All right. And then we have one more thing before we get back to our comparing of songs. We put out a post with asking for Q&A questions for a Q&A episode, but we decided to spread out those questions over certain episodes in a small section of the show. We'll pick a few questions and give you some answers. And if we don't get to your question today, check the next episode because we'll be doing more questions. All right, so one of our loyal Squadcast fans, Colin, gave us more questions than we could answer in 3 episodes, I think. So, Colin, you're part of the reason why we're splitting this up. But we'll do 2 Colin questions and one from another fan. So his first question was, who fights with whom the most, even if the fights are silly fights?
Next. No, I mean.
I don't
That's really
Fighting is not allowed.
know. Nobody's going to believe this, but we don't fight.
No.
We civilly discuss.
Well, not even that. If it gets to I don't even know if it's semi-heated. But
It doesn't even get to that point.
no, it's like, you know what? You better go and talk to your father, and we mean our heavenly Father, before this gets out of hand.
yeah.
Because frankly, I don't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
So,
Right. And that keeps it in check.
Yeah, and a big thing that you have taught us is when you're talking to someone, especially if you're talking to a Christian, you're talking to God's child. And you're talking, I mean, Jesus is standing right there.
Right, even
It's
if you're
like you're
talking to a
talking-
non-Christian, you're talking
Yeah.
through the Lord.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
because you've got his name.
well, that is what I was raised with, as far as my dad instilled it in me, that when you go out into the public, that you are carrying my name with you. And if you get into trouble or do something you shouldn't, it won't be me, that it'll come back on, but it'll come back on him because he's the Father.
Yeah,
Well, that's
right.
the same thing we got to realize with God, our Father,
Yep.
Right.
that it will destroy the idea you're a Christian. Why are you acting like that? Because you should, what about your Father? So we have to know whose name we carry
Exactly.
all
Yeah,
the time.
True.
Exactly. So yeah, there is. I will bring up on the humorous side of it though, because he said even if it's fake or silly fighting, there's only one thing that can kind of cause discussion needed. I would have to say that conflict would be the fact that I assume everybody's closet is free game and nobody else does.
Hey, actually, that answers another one of his questions. Because it was who steals clothes from another sister the most.
Cena.
Yeah, I think it is Zena.
I don't
Well-
steal, I ask.
You have to look at her side of it. She was here first.
True.
And none of it, right? None of it is owned.
No, that's how I see it. I mean,
Right.
they're free game to my closet.
Yeah,
Because
she's
I've
not
always-
like
Nobody wants
yeah.
your clothes.
I
see?
Yeah.
know. I know.
Now, get back to the fighting. When you were little,
Mhm.
there were the closest you got to fighting was Xena squeezing your arm
Until
or,
it cut off all circulation to
oh
my
well,
fingers.
I don't know. You know, and the other two, Elsie and Shelley. Well, even with you, Shelley's the baby, so even at I don't know, 18 months to 2 years. If there was a squabble, she did come to me
Yep.
and say, Grammy. She knew where the power source would lie. So,
Mhm.
Exactly. Yep.
she came directly to me and then we would discuss it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I feel like we always took it to a higher authority before getting into actually like fighting.
yeah.
For the most part, yeah.
The only reason Xena ever squeezed me too is we would be playing a game and she had a way in her mind how she wanted the storyline to go.
Exactly.
And I did something that messed up that storyline.
And she just squeezed your arm.
Uh-huh.
She didn't do anything really. There was no marks.
And
that
I
know
didn't
of.
No.
scream. I wasn't that kind of kid.
No, that's the funny part. You look back on it, I'd be squeezing your arm and be like, she's squeezing me again.
Well, and you would think there would be a lot of arguing because we are 6 females riding in a Tahoe for miles and miles and miles. But pretty much, if somebody's acting a little on the crabby side or whatever, we'd ignore them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And the biggest thing is to admit you're crabby too. That always helps.
Yeah, yeah. You know, we kind of, what we kind of do a little bit. If somebody's being crabby, we give them what we call the elephant shun. If you watched Dumbo,
Yep.
yeah,
That's
we just
it.
say, okay, you deal with it. We're off here having fun.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Yeah. It works pretty well.
Well, another question here is from Xena Ariel. Are you all real sisters?
I had to because that's our most asked question. Actually, when we're on stage or people are just getting to know the group. Yeah, for some reason, people can't wrap their heads around that we're all 4 real sisters.
No.
Full sisters.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. People have asked that.
Yep.
From the same father?
Yeah, it's like, first of all, that's kind of rude. Second of all, yes, of course.
Yeah.
But I can understand that nowadays.
Yeah,
true.
true. And I think the fact that aspects of each other like look alike, I feel like, but we aren't like some kids are copy and paste of each other as siblings. And I don't think we are.
No.
Similarities, but you are all distinctive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It amazes me how different audience members, like people will come up and say, "Oh, you two look together, look alike. You two look alike," and it'll be me and Elsie, or they'll say, "Oh no, you two definitely look alike," and it's Shelly and me. So it's just the perspective that different people have.
It really
features.
matters though, like if we were wearing wigs for a show or like if 2 are blonde, that really messes with the mind. Like there are some pictures where we did like a 1930s show and both Xena and Elsie have blonde hair, and even in person I'd like turn around and think I was talking to Xena and I was talking to Elsie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Try looking in the mirror when it's you. I mean, that is like when I am looking for pictures to steal off our page and share in that. I always think that's Xena, and I'm like, oh no, that's me.
It's so weird when we were performing because I'd turn. Elsie always stands next to me in our order, and I'm like, "Oh, there I am." It's like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then sometimes when you have the, your dark hair all around your face, people think you and me are like identical or something.
Yeah. When we were little, me and Shelly got "Are You Twins?" a lot.
Yeah, but you didn't really look alike, I
No.
don't think.
It's because we dressed you alike.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's a lot of it.
And you're only 2 years apart, so you are pretty close in age.
Because Xena and Jay Lee would get the same thing, and there's no way. I mean,
Yeah.
they didn't look alike. And
We weren't
coloring.
built the same.
You were half her size.
Yeah.
Because she was older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting the comments that you get.
All right. Well, we'll do one more call-in and then we'll get back into Someday. Oh, let's go with this one. Which translation of the Bible do you prefer and do you all agree?
Well, I like the new King James version.
That's me
I
too.
like that too.
That's what I have most. But I do have the English Standard. Or,
Yep.
ESV
Is it? No, it's not English.
or New International Version.
no, I don't want that one. No, it's the English.
English Standard Version.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Is it?
My favorite is the New King James.
Yeah.
English
Yeah.
Standard
Mhm.
is good. We actually have a lot of different versions.
It's nice to
Um,
compare sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
just to see how different people have translated the Greek and Hebrew.
Mm-hmm.
The NASB is good too. That's John MacArthur.
Yeah, he
Bible.
uses the New American Standard.
And the English Standard. He has both
Yes.
for his commentary.
yes.
Yeah. The only and we don't actually have one of these Bibles, but some devotionals have used this version. And I don't know if they actually base it off the original language or not.
I
but
would
the
think so.
amplified version is kind of cool. In the middle of the verses, they'll have in parentheses words that or phrases that describe the word that was just said.
I'm almost positive that that is based off of the Greek or Hebrew word, because sometimes the words in Greek and Hebrew have more than one word meaning compared to
Or
English,
it's
if
a
that
deep-
makes sense.
Like agape is like they have different forms of love. So like agape is unconditional love.
Right.
Yep.
So I kind of like that version if you're gonna for study in that
Yeah.
amplified.
I think it's okay to, read all different kinds of versions to kind of get a full grasp on what it's saying.
Mhm.
But if I'm just reading, New King James is probably the one, my go-to.
Yeah.
And what we read daily together as a Bible study is the 1 Year Bible,
Mm-hmm.
which actually splits up your Bible reading so that you make it through the Bible within a year.
Through the whole Bible within a year and through the Psalms and Proverbs twice.
Right.
Yeah.
And that is the New King James Version they use.
Yes.
Just Psalms twice.
No, Proverbs twice too, isn't it?
Proverbs more than twice, right?
Mm-mm.
No?
No, because you only get like 1 to 3 verses a day.
Oh, well,
Oh.
Psalms twice.
But we really like that. And it's amazing how many times we've read through the Bible.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
5 times, I think. Yep.
Yep. All right. Well, that's it for our Q&A section today. Stay tuned for our next episode because we'll answer more questions then. And if you have a question that you did not leave on our post, gathering questions from you all, make sure you drop it in the comments on the video or send it to us or whatever, and we will answer it on the show. So, getting back to Someday You'll Want Me to Want You. All right, so the next version is a year later, 1959, and it is by Jim Reeves.
I know that someday you'll want me to want you. When I'm in love with somebody else.
I love it.
Mm-hmm. So soothing.
Love that rendition. Love Jim Reeves' voice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so in the beginning, when he starts singing, did he switch a word
So some people say
else?
when you're in love with somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Some people say somebody new.
Yeah.
I know I say this a lot, but his voice is one of those that goes on the list of being a musical hug.
Mm-hmm.
Just you listen to it and everything's okay.
Yep, yep, that's true. And I love the guitar in it. Like, they were playing Spanish style, it sounded like, but it almost sounded like it was on an electric guitar.
Yeah, it did have a different
Which could
tone
it
to
could have been one of those crossover electrics that were big, in the later 50s.
Or was it steel?
It wasn't quite steel. It was something like an electric or an acoustic that had was plugged into a different kind of amp.
Something else to appreciate, he barely sang. Like you see singers putting out a lot of volume and a lot of technique, which is good, and I'm not discouraging that. But he's just like singing it so smoothly and even
Yes.
quietly.
It was very soft.
The understatement of it actually speaks more, I think.
He was another one we lost too soon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Him and Sam Cooke, last version that we listened to.
Mm-hmm. And Johnny Horton, Patsy Cline,
And Ricky Nelson.
yep,
Really, yeah.
Jim Croce.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And Maury Mullenheiser.
A lot of them had to do with airplanes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, when I was little, I liked, well, of course, the one about put your sweet lips a little closer to the phone. But
He'll have to go.
But Bim, yeah, he'll have to go. But no, see, I didn't know it as that because I was just 5.
Yep.
So and Bimbo.
Oh, yeah. That's a fun one.
I love that since I was little too. That's
So
a
what
fun
was
song.
his last song before he? Do you know?
I don't know. And he had albums released posthumously.
Oh,
One of
So-
my favorites, actually.
Yeah.
I was just wondering if this is one of the songs. I don't. I when did he
58?
Yeah,
No, it's
No,
pretty
I think he died in
60.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's hard to tell because he had recorded things and they were released after he died. So,
Yeah.
And we talked about this on another episode, like the plane crash and everything.
yeah, we did a Jim Reeves Artist Appreciation, didn't we?
I don't think we did a
No.
full artist appreciation, but he was brought up.
I wonder if it was during the Jim Croce Artist Appreciation or Johnny Horton, maybe.
I don't know. Maybe a top 10 even.
We don't remember. Maybe you do. Let us know in the comments which episode we talked about Jim Reeves on.
One thing I liked about this version, it almost sounded like you were hearing his thoughts versus him actually saying it. It would have been good in a movie,
Mm-hmm.
like, how they have like when they're thinking they have like that echoey kind of sound.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And
Where
it
they're
would've been
walking
good.
along, not verbalizing it, but
Mhm.
you know
Yeah.
that's what they're thinking.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, now we're crossing over into the 60s. And you can tell just from the artists that started covering the song, it's going to change the vibe a little bit. Might be closer to the Sam Cooke version. But the first one in January of 1960 was Della Reese.
I know that someday you'll want me to want you. When I'm in love with somebody else.
I liked this one. It had the vibe of, this is like, it's kind of coming to a head and she's going to leave. Kind of like, I got the image of maybe a nightclub singer giving it to the owner. Kind of like, I'm done.
I got that image of that too, except she was singing it to somebody who was in the audience,
Yeah.
one of those type of.
Mm.
It was very mournful, but yet decisive.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. One thing you can say about Della Reese, she is confident.
Yep.
She has her own style.
Yep, she sings confidently. And when you're listening to her voice, it's like, would you technically say it's pretty? I don't know if I would say she has a pretty voice, but it's unique and it's just, like I said, that confidence makes it attractive.
Yeah, and the fact that she owns every song. That's what you're saying with how she has her own style.
Yeah.
I mean, she changes the words, and it's not like, I think she set a standard with that, that a lot of times in soul that becomes something you want to do
Yep.
or you try to do.
Yep.
And many artists have even built on like the improving that she does. Like, it just amazed me that one run where she went all over the place, not a single flat note, and it's so natural. She's just feeling it and telling a story.
Yep.
Where a lot of times you try to copy that, it's not something that can be copied. It's something that is felt. She's literally just telling it to you, and that's why she changes the words in a way that it almost changes the perspective of the song.
Right. It gives it personality that's unique to her.
Yeah, I love that. There's been other times we've listened to her rendition, and whether it's your favorite or not, you have to say that it's unique and it's good.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it was For Once in My Life that she did.
Yeah.
And totally owned it and made it her own.
Almost more of an actress perspective.
Yes. I always get that kind of nightclub loungy vibe from her. Like, it's more intimate in the way she's singing it. And maybe it's the instrumentation that's used. I mean, basically all they had there was, I think, a guitar, a bass, and a xylophone.
They let her take it.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
it
I
was
love
very
the little
quiet.
xylophone in the background. It gave it a cool vibe to it.
Yep. She was basically saying the camel's back is broken.
Okay. All right. Well, in October of 1960, I think this singer has been on almost every cover song comparisons that we have done, and it is Dean Martin.
That someday you'll want me to want you. When I'm in love with somebody else.
Dino is Dino,
I love that.
and he can
version.
sing anything.
Yeah.
He still makes you feel good, even though
Yeah.
it's a song. You know, he can put anything to words and make you feel good about it. you
Yeah.
know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Yep,
it's
yep.
true.
I was gonna say that he always, no matter the theme of the song, it's always slightly flirtatious.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he almost gives more of a, Ronnie Millsap's "Ain't No Getting Over Me" vibe to it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Like, okay, sweetie, you've been playing me, but you're gonna be the one who's sorry in the end.
Yep,
Mhm.
yep.
Yep. No, I love it, and I've heard that version before. I think that I had forgotten that he did it, but no, I love it.
Mhm.
So we're gonna have another female singer now, and it's actually one of Zena's favorite female singers, Kitty Callan, covered this one in 1961.
I know that someday you'll want me to want you. When I'm in love with somebody else.
Oh, what could have been?
Yeah, I know. I absolutely loved that intro.
Mm-hmm.
Is like it set a tone, and it was very sad, and then they did a very bad arrangement. I felt for Kitty Callan's voice.
Oh, it didn't match her voice at all.
And from a singer's perspective, that would be really a struggle to make that arrangement work.
Well, if you're not doing it in the style of the arrangement, and Kitty Callan likes to croon and hold things out, and it was more of that doo-wop kind of rock and roll sound
But they
as far as the arrangement.
they almost made her hold it out too much.
I no, because if she would have followed the music, she would have cut it off sooner. But I think she liked to hold it out, and that should have been more of an orchestral arrangement.
Yeah, the instruments chosen weren't the best anyway.
No, it sounded like she was singing badly to somebody else's track.
There was no flow.
Yeah, like maybe she was asked on stage at a show and they do it totally different.
how it felt.
than
Yeah.
what she's used to.
She was fighting the music.
But I'd love to take an arrangement of our own and use that intro because I
Yeah.
felt like that intro was a very nice setup.
Yeah, it was cool. You don't hear anybody doing the intro part. Yeah. That's too bad because I do really love her voice. Well, let's go to 1962. There are a couple versions in there, but two female artists did it in 1962. Connie Francis in July and Brenda Lee in October.
I know someday you want me to want you. When I'm in love with somebody else, I know that someday you want me to want you. When I'm in love with somebody else.
I really liked Connie's version.
Me too.
Connie
Yeah.
Francis.
Brenda Lee was a little too halting for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes she does that little yodel thing with her voice. It's unique, but it isn't always my favorite in songs.
Yeah.
I love Brenda Lee, but that one I compared to, if I was going to compare, I liked Connie Francis better.
Yeah, me too.
Connie had a very sad tone to it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Brenda had a very mad tone to it. I felt like she was choked up, but she was
Not gonna cry.
She
not
was
gonna cry.
done.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Especially she did the choked up thing a lot during the first half, and when she was gonna come in there, she was really gonna give it to him.
Mm-hmm. I have to say, out of all the versions so far that I have heard, if I was going through a really sad or difficult breakup, Connie Francis version would be on repeat.
Yes, because you're weird and you do that.
Well, seriously, if you're feeling like that sad, she captured it. She captured that depth of like sadness.
See, I'm different. I address that sadness when I'm not feeling that way. Like if I'm sad, I need to either be listening to Christian music or upbeat music that I can just forget about it.
Well, yeah. I mean,
No, not well,
no,
yeah,
no.
Zena. You go with like the tragic music and that helps you get through stuff.
I don't know. I guess I like the music to match what I feel like I'm going through, and then it's all better because, you know.
I think I'm more like you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If
Y-
you're
yeah.
feeling down, you want to hear something where somebody's
I want
relating.
somebody to commiserate with me.
Yes. There
Hey.
you go. See.
Won't you play?
Another.
Yeah, that's not me, but maybe I'm the odd one out. I don't
Well,
know.
I think I'm more like you too.
Mm-hmm.
So how about you, Shell?
I don't know. I think I'm probably more the dramatic side of it.
You want to be listening to something that matches your emotion?
Yeah, I think it really depends on what emotion I'm dealing with exactly. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So, like, okay, if somebody, it doesn't even have to be in a relationship sense. If somebody has hurt you, do you want to listen to, like, stuff like this song?
For a while, but I don't overdo it.
Are you implying that some people in the squad do?
I didn't say that.
I take it to the nth degree, okay?
Nobody mentioned your name, Zena.
Long time on the guitar. How many times?
I know myself. This is just the way it goes.
We don't bring up long time in Branson, right?
What about you, Els?
I really don't know.
I feel like you have a very, like, and I mean this in a good way, like,
Uh-oh.
removed, non-committal, like, playlist as a whole anyway.
Yeah.
So like, it's more about other people's experiences. Not that there aren't songs that you like relate to and it's like, yes, this is me, and but you are very more, it's almost like reading a book to you.
Mm-hmm.
I could see that.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, I
I
can
love
see that.
story songs, so a lot of them are story songs. And I don't know, another weird thing, this is kind of random, but this is off on our playlist. Shelly and I were discussing this last night. It's not that we don't like female artists,
Mm-hmm.
just the songs we like, men sang.
That was actually like 2 hours ago we were discussing that.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you have more male vocalists on
Yeah,
your playlist
versus
than
female. I have a few. I
vocalists.
have like Petula and some Doris.
I think I maybe have one female artist on my playlist.
Yeah, I don't have as
Maybe
many
that's no
either.
exaggeration. I think I have Whitney Houston and Doris Day.
Now there is a combo for you.
You can't say she's a music snob.
Yeah, but yeah, I have a very versatile playlist.
I'd love to know the audience though if I'd love to know from our audience which is your go-to.
Yeah.
If you're going through a rough time, do you want to hear sad songs or do you want to hear happy songs?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's interesting perspective on human psychology here. One thing about the Connie Francis and Brenda Lee version, they were both recorded and released in 1962. And I saw tinges of the version that I knew the best to start off with, which is Patsy Cline's, and that's one's coming up. But I saw elements of her version in each of them.
Yeah.
Whether it's in the arrangement or certain ways they worded things. I can see how she was influenced by their versions even. But before we get to Patsy Cline, there was one more in 1962 by a male artist, Ray Charles.
I know that someday you'll want me to want you. When I'm in love with somebody else.
I liked him.
Yeah, I did too.
Ray Charles has a way of making everything feel easygoing, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like even in this, he had an attitude of, it's going to be all right.
Yep. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he still puts the right emotion into it, but it's always more of a positive outlook.
It's interesting to know that Quincy Jones and Ray Charles worked with that one orchestra guy, because it seems like they took two different aspects of that orchestra and ran with it. So there was like those horns and everything that Quincy really uses in his music, and he played the trumpet obviously.
Right, so that would be a big influence.
And then Ray was more the piano, more even violinist, I guess, side.
Well, one thing that I noticed in Quincy Jones productions, when he does use the horns, sometimes there is a Bacharach kind of influence to it, which, he was producing same time as Burt Bacharach and Hal David, so I'm sure they influenced each other.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
That was a good version.
All right, now here is one of my favorite versions, Patsy Cline, which was released February 20th, 1964, so it was released posthumously, because she died in 1963.
I know that someday you'll want me to want you. When I'm in love with somebody new.
I absolutely love the ending on that one.
Me too.
Yeah, I think she does the coming back probably the strongest.
Yeah.
Patsy Cline is one of the greatest singers of all time.
Yeah.
Yes, has to be.
There's just no way to argue that, and all the people that she influenced, but the way that she can put a range of emotion into songs
That's what I was thinking.
so naturally.
Mhm.
I absolutely love, and I know most of you know this about me, it's not always about the singing. Sometimes it's about the laugh or the sigh in between. And she added in that one line, I think it's when she says, "You expect me to be true." She adds a little laugh like, how foolish is that? You've already moved on, and just that slight laugh that goes into the smoothness of her singing.
I like that quote. I can't remember exactly where she says about Klein. What is that? She says,
she was getting so popular and her records were topping the charts that she said, boy, it's getting hard for Klein to compete with Klein.
right.
How do you get bigger than the
Yep,
top?
yep.
So,
Yeah.
and-
On that same line, when would you say the laugh
you
was?
expect me to be true.
Yeah, and to go on loving you. When she then went into the "you think I can't forget you," you could feel a little bit of an offended tone in that.
Yes.
Like, how dare you think you're that big?
Yeah.
And then yet there was still the sadness to it at parts.
Yet then she'd slide into being like, yes, I do still feel for
Yep.
you. But by golly, I'm not going to after a while. So, oh, yeah, just epic. That was the other thing in that documentary we watched about her that really impacted me. And it's not something that's easy at all for a singer. She was performing, and I can't remember where it was, but she had a residency at this one theater.
It's in Vegas.
When she was big. Was it in Vegas?
Yeah.
I think it was in Vegas. And she would have some really wacky hours that shows were going on. She'd do like 4 or 5 shows a day.
Yeah.
Some of that went into the night. And they said that whether there was a full house or 2 people, she never changed her performance.
Yeah.
She still put just as much feeling into it for the 2 people. They got the same Patsy Cline. And that is not easy to do when,
No,
you've been
it
working
isn't.
all day, you've been putting out your heart and your music and not having the energy back, but still giving of yourself. That is truly a gift.
So over here, while I was listening to the song, I was thinking about an answer song to this. I don't know what popped. The song by George Strait, "You Look So Good in Love," came to my mind. Would that be an answer song to it?
Well, answer songs were specifically written as that song with different words.
So it's like Neil Sedaka's "Oh Carol," and then Carole King's husband Jerry Goffin wrote "Oh Neil," which was the same song, just different words in response to the first song.
Or like, "He'll Have to Go."
Yep.
What's the
She'll have to go.
She'll have to go.
Oh, he'll have to stay.
He'll have to stay.
He'll have
yeah,
to stay. That's right. But what you're saying, as far as a theme, yes, the lyrics to "You're So Good in Love" does respond to what's happening in this song.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that could definitely, if in like a play sequence mindset, is more what you're probably thinking. But yeah, Patsy is hard to beat on this song.
Oh yeah.
She felt every second of it.
Yep.
So now we're doing another one of my favorite versions, and I don't know if the rest of the squad has heard this version or
I
not.
have.
You have?
Yeah. I
Well,
have.
probably on my playlist.
Okay, I just had another thought. Back up. What if you heard Dean and Patsy sing together this song? Do you think their voices would?
No, because it's a totally different vibe that Dean gave than Patsy.
That would be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Patsy owned it so much, I almost wouldn't want her to have done a duet of it.
You know, you brought that up. Has anybody in this room ever heard Dean sing a duet with somebody? And when I say
Yes.
duet, I mean not just like on a show with Frank Sinatra
No.
or something.
How do you like your eggs in the morning?
Okay, there is that one. That's one. But often you don't hear him sing
You
duets.
don't hear Patsy sing duets either. Really.
Didn't he sing duets with Jerry?
Yes, he did sing duets with Jerry. Yes. But on an album, I don't know. I
Yeah.
think their voices are kind of standalones.
Mm-hmm.
And because they're big on improv, it'd be very hard to make that a duet.
It takes a very special person to harmonize with somebody when they're improving all over the place.
Okay, you get applause.
You
I
know,
know
you've
I
been
go all
picking a
over the
lot
place.
on Xena today.
I was just applauding myself. I wasn't picking on Xena.
No names were mentioned.
All right, so the version that I was talking about, that's one of my favorite versions from one of my favorite singers and a lesser known singer, is Mark Winter's version, which he released in 1965.
Someday you want me to want you. When I'm in love with somebody new.
That one's really fun.
Yeah.
That version made me feel like it's the end of a musical and
Yes.
there's a parade going on.
Yes.
Like the way the arrangement was made, it felt like they were marching along
Mm-hmm.
with band instruments or something.
I got visions of the Hollywood Palace, and it was done like a live, you know.
Yep.
Yeah,
No, I could see that too. Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the end of the show or something.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, Mark Winter, like if he has the right arrangement, he does have a very Broadway style of doing things.
Mm-hmm.
You could you tell my toes were tapping? over
Yep,
here?
he always dance when you like the
That's how we know
song.
you liked it.
Yep,
Mhm.
yep. Yeah, so that's another one of my
Yeah.
favorite
And he
versions.
did go into stage.
Yes,
right?
he did. He
He
he had
still
somewhat of
knows.
a short music career, although for my birthday the squad got me like the full collection of Mark Winter songs, and he did a lot of music for the short amount of time that he was recording. But after his recording career, he went on to do stage and has done a lot of musicals and plays over in England.
Yeah, he's got the voice for it, definitely, for doing musicals.
All right, so this next version, I kind of heard Xena and Linda kibitzing over there about it.
We never kibitz. What's your-
Oh my
They're
goodness.
kibitzing queens.
So it is Gene Pitney. I heard you say something about his version, but he didn't do it solo.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Jenny,
wait.
don't tell
Yep,
me it's Jenny
I know
Arnell.
who he did it with.
You were talking to me about this. Yeah, and they actually recorded an album
It
together.
is George Jones
Oh, yeah.
and Gene Pitney.
What?
They had a whole album.
Okay, I'll have to be convinced.
Try to have an open mind.
Okay.
I am strong for somebody new. Though you don't want me now, I'll get along somehow, and then I won't you.
Do you know something? I was expecting, to not like it at all.
Uh-huh.
But, and I'm not really big with their voices together, but I was separating them as they were singing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think both of them could have sang it individually really well. I
Yeah.
was surprised with actually George.
They actually blended better together than I thought they would, and it actually surprised me how well Gene Pitney did the country style harmony.
Yeah, I'm not a big Gene Pitney
Mhm.
fan but I do like the
The man who shot,
Liberty Valance. I think he did.
And he can do ballads. Like
Yeah.
Only Love Can Break a Heart.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
You know, there's certain songs he has his voice kind of reminds me of Billy Joe Royals.
Oh yeah.
a whole album of Gene Pitney
Mm-mm.
is out of my ear range.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know
Too.
if I could do a whole album of Billy Joe Royal. I just really like Boondocks and
I knew you when.
Yeah.
The combination of the two was almost like a Buck Owens Don Rich.
I
Don
think that's
Rich,
kind of
thank
what
you.
they were going for. He was
But-
kind of harmonizing like him.
Not as smooth.
Thank you for telling me his last name. Gibson is the only thing that's been popping in my head for the past few days. I'm like, it's not Don Gibson.
You've been thinking about this for that long?
Yes, because I was trying to figure it out the other day. hmm
And when Elsie has something she needs to figure out, it's a mission.
It
Yep.
doesn't leave my
Mhm.
brain until
It's a national crisis.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always going to be thinking about it.
I'm
somewhere
glad
in
you
my
said about separating the voices because I have to be objective and say yes, I could see them both performing it because as I was listening to it, it was making me a bit nervous. It was a little too. I think it's because of his higher harmony.
Mhm.
I think Gene Pitney's higher harmony, and it was a little bit too much for me.
Yeah, see, and it's so weird because I didn't hear it like that at all.
Oh,
I heard it blended a little better. One thing, kudos to the producer of it. He did keep their volume levels the same,
mm-hmm.
which helped a lot.
Yes.
Sometimes when you have somebody producing country music, they shove that higher harmony way loud,
Mm-hmm.
and that could have easily been done with this version,
Yes.
but he didn't do that. So
The
Good job
only
on that.
band where the higher harmony should belt is Alabama.
and he's belting, you can tell, but it's still kept within a comfortable range for
Yeah.
the listener.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I mean, just listen to 40-Hour Week.
All right, this is the version that I think Xena has been waiting for. It was released in November of 1965 by Sir Cliff Richard and the Shadows,
And it actually was released on the album Love Is Forever, which is one of my
which is
favorite
one of your favorites.
albums.
Yes. It has a very 65 arrangement.
Say something about that. Especially listening to the little bit of the instrumental we did,
Mm-hmm.
it has a very Beatles drum beat and instrumental.
I can see what you're saying. I'm really disappointed. I actually had not really heard the song. I might have
Mhm.
heard a portion of it,
Of his version.
of his version. I've heard this song a
Mhm.
lot, especially today. No, of Cliff's version. I'm really disappointed by the arrangement.
Yeah, me too.
I think they did, and often they do this, I think they did Cliff Richard a disservice by that arrangement.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I think he could have done one of the slow arrangements.
Yeah, I would have liked to hear his voice in the slow arrangement.
I agree.
It felt like a race, and he was
Mhm.
trying to put in those little curls and insert some feeling into it instead of just a race, which made it kind of fight the music.
So I didn't feel like he was fighting with the band. I kind of felt like he might have liked to do it that way, but I don't think it suited his voice as well as a slower version would have.
Like with
Mhm.
Constantly.
Right.
Right.
Mhm. Or
Yeah.
12th of Never.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No,
Mhm.
definitely should have been a slower version, and I felt like the arrangement of the instruments was a bit messy anyway.
It, like I said, it was very 1965, go-go kind of sound.
Mhm.
And the guitar was very tinny,
That's what I didn't like. Yeah.
which is very British at the time. Like if you listen to the
according to your-
music that's in England, not so much the stuff that made it hit over here. Some of those arrangements, they did have a lot of that tinny drum and guitar sound.
True, like the Honeycombs, even that one that did make it over here.
Yep.
Has kind of that sound. Have I the right?
Yep. But
Has
it
that.
has a deeper drum beat on that one, so it works.
Right, but it has some of the tinny instruments. Yeah. Something that I did notice though while I was looking at the album, they credited Hugh Starr as the writer on the album.
Oh.
Instead of no, that's the one who sued.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Steubenville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So actually, on the Love Is Forever album, they credited him as the songwriter. That was
Huh.
interesting.
Well, that's good that
Well,
they
they got
did that.
$186,000 for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they better, right? Alrighty, so we have 2 other versions on our list. This next version was released in January of 1966, and it's by Bobby Vinton.
Someday you'll want me to want you when I'm in love with somebody else.
Not one of my favorites.
No,
His voice was too tinny.
Yeah,
he didn't use his vibrato like he usually does.
No, because I love his voice in
Roses Are Red?
Roses Are Red or Blue Velvet.
Mm-hmm.
Or isn't he also the Polish one?
Yes.
Melody of Love?
Melody of Love.
Mhm.
Yes, I like his voice in all of those, but I had a full record album of love songs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm speculating here, but sometimes it feels like he was just rushed in the studio and it
Yeah.
was like, just get it done.
Yep.
That's what it sounded like.
That's what this sounded like to me, and that's why I got rid of the record album, because all of them, I'm like, Bobby Vinton, this isn't what I'm used to hearing.
Right.
So, yeah, it wasn't my favorite.
Yeah. It's always sad when that happens because it's like,
Oh, what could
I know you could have done better. And it wasn't even the arrangement because it was kind of typical Bobby Vinton arrangement.
Yeah, no.
It just, his singing seemed rushed,
Yeah.
Mhm.
which makes him come across like he doesn't care, which isn't necessarily true.
No, you don't know the backstory. Of
Right.
Maybe he did feel like the arrangement was too fast and they couldn't change it or whatnot. A lot of what would happen too, and again, I'm speculating, but sometimes artists would just come in after everything's recorded
Yep.
instead of being a part of the arrangement process. And that always is a risk game.
Mm-hmm.
You have really good musicians who know you, they're going to arrange it for you.
Well, not only that, but this is like with Kitty Callen's version. I was thinking it sounded like they recorded the backing for her without any input, and she just came in and recorded it. It depended on the label you were with, if you were even allowed to make those decisions.
Well, and when you're cranking out so many records too, back to Cliff Richard, actually, that's something he mentioned in his book that after it got toward the 70s, when he first stopped having Nori Paramore produce, he started just coming in. They had already recorded the tracks for him, where in the beginning he was having some opinion on the arrangement. And he said that makes a huge difference when the singer actually says, nope, this isn't going to work. You start getting into that rut where you're just letting them play and then record.
Yep.
It can be a danger zone. Yeah. Going all Kenny Loggins.
All right, so this is the last version for this video, and I do not know if I've heard his version or not. I listened to a lot of Sir Tom Jones, but I'm not sure. I don't think I have this album, so
It's not on his country one? You've listened to that one. You own that one.
no, it's on the Green Grass of Home album, and I don't know if I have that one or not.
Does that have Funny, Familiar, Forgotten Feelings, too?
Yes,
I like that album because I like Green, Green Grass of Home.
it has some good songs on it, so we'll see. You know, it's sometimes hit or miss with his arrangement. There was, I don't know his name, but there is somebody that went around with him and arranged all his recordings and produced his Las Vegas show. So, and he was really good. But we'll see. Tom Jones version in 1966.
I know that someday you're gonna want me to want you
So this is why I love Tom Jones.
Yeah, it definitely was a Tom Jones arrangement.
Mm-hmm.
And he owned it. You could tell he enjoyed singing this song and putting his own spin on it. And as we had said, as Linda mentioned when we were hearing it, right off the get-go of the intro, it sounded like Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it did. The energy, the vibe, all of that.
Yes, like he's singing right to you.
Yeah, that's why he got the reaction he did.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, this is obviously a studio recording, too.
Yes.
It's not like his live at Vegas, but you still feel like you're at the show.
He did full-on performance in studio.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, just listen to the story behind his recording for the Bond movie theme, Thunderball.
Mm-hmm.
He passed out at the end of that because he was putting so much energy into that really high note at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and on that one trumpet, or I don't know what it is, clash in the middle of the instrumental, that is such a spy sound.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yep.
And I have to admit that I think the first time I heard that sound was Secret Super Spy of Backyardigans. I think they use that, and I grew up watching that, which I absolutely
You're
love.
dating yourself, Elsie.
Yeah. And Get Smart uses it too in a more comedic tone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like that is nostalgic and very spy-like.
Well, it is that Bond sound of instrumentation. Sean Connery Bond, may I add.
The only Bond.
You know, with all those movies and everything, they use that same kind of music.
That clash. I
Yep.
love it.
Yep.
Yeah. This rendition made it sound like it was more James Bond singing it.
Yep. And he could, right?
Well, this was a fun episode to get us back into our routine of episodes.
We will try to be more regular on posting now that everybody is healthy and we're back home.
As a recap or to finish up, we'll go around the room like we usually do and just say our favorite versions that we listen to. Like your one favorite, your three favorite. If you had to pick one to listen to, which would it be?
That's really hard with this one.
I know.
Because I already have 3 versions on my playlist, but now I think I'm going to have more.
Well, which were the ones you came to the table with?
The ones that are on my playlist right now are Ricky Nelson, Patsy Cline, and Mark Winter. But I think I'm definitely going to add Connie Francis, Sam Cooke, and Tom Jones.
I think my favorites were Sam Cooke, Dean Martin,
Oh, Dean Martin. I might have to add him too.
and probably, well, Patsy, of course.
So one of my favorites was Della Reese.
Yeah.
Della Reese, Tom Jones, and Patsy Cline.
About you.
Okay, let's think. Of course, Patsy has to be first. Mainly because, you know, that's so nostalgic to me. So it's hard to take something out of your childhood. So I like her the best. And then Dean Martin. I do like him. But, and I was trying to think there was an upbeat one I liked.
Sam Cooke?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I
you like
think
Ray
so.
Charles too, you said.
Oh, well, I did like... Oh, I got more than I needed.
That's
No,
okay.
that's okay.
Yeah, Ray Charles was fun. And I did like Della Reese. She was different. So there was a few.
Yeah, some people really nailed this song. And I liked the original version, Elton Brett.
Oh,
His
I
was
did
kind of
like
a nice
his.
version.
Yeah, he
Oh,
started
yeah.
it out well.
Yeah.
Him and Jim Reeves' version were
And
similar.
Jim Reeves.
I
You see,
know.
Yeah, it's
I don't know.
hard to pick.
There
the
were
Mills
only
brothers aced it too.
Mills
Yeah,
Brothers,
yeah.
I put down. Okay, well, I don't
there
know.
were only a few duds in my opinion.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
And even those duds, this is where some songs it's like you should not have touched this singer. You know, you just stay in your own lane. I have to say, in my opinion, everybody who sang this could have sang it. The only
Yes.
fault I'm gonna put towards is some arrangements.
Yep, some of the
Right.
production of it.
Because I don't, even the ones like both Kitty Cowan and Cliff Richard, I didn't like their arrangements, but I have full confidence they could have sang the song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even Clyde McPhatter, like I feel like he
Yeah.
could have done it. First of all, if they would have added the other drifters in louder and had more of a cohesive arrangement of even the vocals.
Even I think it would have made a difference if the other drifters would have started it like an instrument, like an instrument.
Are you doing okay, else?
Glitching over here, but kind of like they do the White Christmas, do do.
Uh-huh.
Butter, butter.
You had to, didn't you?
Yeah, it's a hard to pick like a top 3.
So basically, all the versions are my favorite except the ones that aren't.
Yep.
Right.
Sounds about perfect.
Yeah.
And then I liked Mills Brothers, and it's hard to pick a middle one. And Tom Jones. Tom Jones is probably one of my favorites. That one probably is going on my playlist. I mean, I like Connie's, and I liked Elton Britt's. That was good. And Jim Reeves. Probably Jim Reeves is going to be a middle. So, yeah, Mills, Jim Reeves, and Tom Jones. I should pick up female artists to put on my playlist.
I'm gonna just say that on this snowy day out there where it's kind of a cozy down, drink a cup of tea, read a good book.
A Wuthering Day.
Not quite weathering. They don't have snow. They just have fog and rain.
Yeah, they do. A big blizzard. But I digress.
Oh, yeah, remember
Anyway.
you watched the movie.
Don't even
Oh yeah, the
start.
accurate movie.
Anyway, the 1939 one. You better specify.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, we don't watch the other one.
Anyway, I have to say that I am feeling that my favorites for the moment are Jim Reeves and Connie Francis. Patsy Cline is a given. I liked almost all the versions, but today I'm going to go with Jim Reeves and Connie Francis. Alrighty, well, we are going to wrap up this episode, and we will be seeing you next week. Seeing you. We'll be speaking to you next week. Be sure to follow us in the Squadcast discussion group. Follow Sister Love. Follow the pages we mentioned, which are Michelle Gabrielle, Jaylee Joy, Elsie Janine, and Zena Ariel.
And stay tuned because we are going to try to start doing a live on Sundays. We're working out the bugs with that, but it'll fluctuate on time based on if we have a gig or not. So you'll have to stay tuned to our page for that, as well as we do have a release date for our single coming out. We have not announced the release date yet, but we will be soon.
We're announcing that there will be an announcement.
Yes. Yes, this is the announcement for the announcement for the announcement.
So thank you for listening, and please let us know which version of this song is your favorite. Is there one we missed? We'd love to hear it. Till next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.